Well, I'm down here on the levee of our pond, and there's these barrels that are in the woods. When we cleaned up all these trees, you could actually see them. We didn't even know they were there. So today I'm gonna try to get these other two out, and I'm gonna try to make some kind of a like a bulk pig feeder and a pig waterer. I think you could probably use it for other animals too, but so that's the goal, is for pigs right now. So I pulled this barrel out of the woods behind our pond, and it is heavy. It's got some kind of liquid in it. We're not sure what, so I'm about to crack it open and find out. All right, let's see what we got here. It's not too hard to spin. There's a hole in the cap right there, so it may just be rainwater. So this is how I'm going to cut the barrel for the waterer. I'm just going to follow these rib lines over here and over there, and then I'm going to cut across. So it's about 13 inches wide and 12 inches tall. I'm not going to cut the top and just try to fold it in. You can see that line is in line with the halfway point of the tank. So these, we don't trust these to not leak. So that way the water will be never any higher than those. So I was trying to think how to keep this barrel from rolling. It'll have water in it, but still, once they get big enough and they start putting weight on it, it's gonna roll. Even if I was thinking about building like a box. Mallory suggested just building the box all the way around it and maybe putting a couple screws in down here on the top where it won't make it leak. And I was thinking about doing that, and then I realized, well, I might as well just put 2 T-posts in the ground or more and ratchet strap it to those T-posts, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Maybe ratchet strap it to a tree. I mean, everybody that I've seen on YouTube do this with different ways, they pretty much end up strapping it to something, because those pigs are just going to push it around and tear it up. So I think I'm going to put as little energy into this as possible and figure it out as we go. But I think right now that's my plan, is some T-posts and some old ratchet straps. All right, so I got this other barrel for the food. I'm going to use the blue one for water and this black one for food. And I think on this one, the top is the top right now. I have it sitting on the bottom, but I'm going to take the top and I'm going to flip it over so that it's the bottom, and I'm going to cut a rectangle or a square or whatever. I'm going to cut a hole in it so that the feed will gravity fall out of the bottom of it and into like a I don't know, like a platform. I saw some people making a similar design for 55-gallon drums. So I'm going to do that with the upside down, and then on the bottom, that's going to be the top now. Since it doesn't have any of these caps in it, I think it'll be better. See, it'll be a better lid or a better top, since there's no way, there's no way for water to get in this way. If I can figure out a way to just cut it barely far enough down that I can put it back on top of itself. If I do that, I'll lose a little bit of capacity. So I may do something a little different there, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, is use this as a lid. Well, here's what the bottom looks like. I've been building this whole thing upside down. It's just been easier that way. You can see on this side, I tried to leave a little tab like I did on the other side, and I got a little carried away with my skill saw. See, this side I was able to keep it and screwed to it. But what I did was I left 2 inches on the edges, kind of an H shape, and I left 2 inches here in the middle, and just put a couple screws in there so that way the base is good and mounted to it, just so that it'll hold up. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one that I plan on doing with the other one, and putting T-posts in the ground and securing it that way. This is just so that when I'm moving it around and things like that, it doesn't just fall over and fall apart. I'm gonna flip it over, and then I think I'll start on the doors on the top. Well, here's the finished products. On the water, I still need to get a float valve or just somehow tie my water source into the caps, one of the caps there. I'll probably go with the one on the right. It's already threaded. On the feeder, I need to cut the top off so I can get feed in there and put a cap on of some kind. You can see I just used water hose to make hinges for the doors on the feeder, and that way when the pigs come in here and get their noses under, they can get to their feed. It'll gravity out of the barrel, and then when they back away, it'll close itself and keep most of the rain out. So everything about this project was free. If you like these kind of videos, make sure to like this one, subscribe to us, and I'm sure we'll have plenty more.